Tom, a bit of pride restored towards the end there, but a tough game, particularly the second half. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, I thought we struggled to just match Keighley's tactics really. They clearly seen something about us down the sort of short side of the ruck, so they're coming down towards the touchline rather than going to the open side of the field, and it took us about half an hour to sort of switch on. Even the messages went on, but it took us a while to switch on to that, and they just made really cheap, easy meters down the flanks, and off the back of it, we're able to score some pretty easy tries. Really, I thought we should have defended a lot better than we did do. Just a few one-on-one. Well, I say just, but it's obviously important. But one-on-one misses, which is not good enough. Obviously, we scored a couple of tries ourselves and looked probably half an hour into the game. We looked at the match for Keighley, but they obviously were able to kick on and maintain their levels, whereas we just again not consistent enough and dropped back down. So.
And we've mentioned it before, but when the Bears were in attack and the tries they scored were pretty spectacular, some of them, is it frustrating that you can be so clinical at times and yet there were a lot of errors today and a lot of perhaps bad decisions being made? How frustrating is that as a coach?
Yeah, very. I mean, to be honest, it's easy to look good in attack when you're throwing the ball around and you're chancing your arm a little bit, but the hard work comes in defence, and we're not willing to do that at the moment for some reason. And just had a bit of an honest conversation in the change room there, and like one of the things that's really sort of troubling is that although the lads obviously get on as a team and they're all good friends, when they actually get onto the field and they're having to work hard defensively, they don't talk to each other, and the communication is very poor at times. So it's something that we've spoken about before at times, and it does improve for maybe a game or two, but then it drops back down. And I mean, there's mitigating factors in terms of sort of the changes in personnel and some of the sort of the combinations are changing week to week because of the injuries we've had. But like, it's a fundamental thing. It doesn't matter. You could be playing next to someone for the first time in your life, but you just know if you're playing rugby at this level, you've got to start communicating defence. Otherwise, one person will be going onto the ball carrier and the other person's going off onto their own person, and it's not coordinated, and that's obviously where we've made the errors. So as I've been all year, I've been pretty happy with what we've been doing with the ball, but defensively being way off today. And
I mean that lack of communication was evident from the sidelines. You were very quiet, particularly in comparison to the Cougars. Do you think some of that is down to the fact that some of the men you've got missing at the moment are your natural leaders as well, and perhaps they are the ones that usually are driving the talk on the pitch?
I mean, it will be part of it, but it's no excuse at the same time. Like the guys that are on the field are there because they want to be there, because they feel they've deserved it, because they do deserve it, a lot of them, but then they've got to step up to that point. And some of them that are getting opportunities are doing really well with it. Some of them are not meeting the sort of the criteria that they need to, and are not doing themselves any favours at this point in time. Having said that, like every lad in our team is here because they are good enough, and you can go in and out of form, but it doesn't help when everyone seems to do it at the same time. So that's kind of something that we just need to work through. And I personally, I don't shirk hard work, and I'll be making sure that I put the hours in, watching the video back, and making sure that we try and get the right response from it. But I need that response from the players as well.
So up next, a couple of tricky away games: North Wales away and Newcastle away. How do you approach those, and how's the state of your squad looking? Is it any healthier?
Well, it was doing coming into this game. Ollie Perslow's busted a rib, so he's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks by the looks of it. It doesn't look too great. And Harry Kaufman has got a pretty nasty looking cut on his hand, which will probably need a few stitches at least, and it's looking like he'll be out for a few weeks as well. With only 4 games left, those two look doubtful to at this point anyway to be back again. On the horizon, we've got a couple of guys that might be able to get back pretty quick, but we just need to keep rolling with those punches, I suppose.
Okay. Tom, well, thanks as always for your time, really appreciate it.
Cheers, Dave.